Hello, welcome again. My name is Ewan from McCloy's Country Tire and Gun Shop here in Tunbridge. Our website is www.mccloys.com. I'm here today to have a small discussion with you about a question that would be commonly asked in the shop is what is the difference between trap, sporting and game guns? It's a simple enough question. People would ask the difference to the non-shooter. Every gun looks the same. It isn't always the case. So we're just going to give you a brief description today on the difference between these things. So I'm going to show you some nice guns here today. The first guns we'll show you is a lovely Rosini. Okay, it's a BR440. It's a trap gun. Okay, I'm going to briefly describe some of the characteristics of a trap gun. Okay, so the main difference between a trap gun and other guns, okay, is the weight. Okay, a trap gun is for shooting the trap disciplines in clays. Okay, the difference between trap guns and other guns is mainly the weight and the height of the stock. Okay, so whenever you're shooting trap, down the line, Olympic trap, ball trap, these are all trap disciplines. Okay, now the style of shooting requires you to shoot single clays going from the traps which are straight in front of you. That's why they call them down the line clays. Now the trap gun is designed primarily for shooting trap. It's got a higher stock, okay, which means is whenever you place your face on the stock, your head sits straight up, giving you a better field of view, both eyes open and the eyes centre in your head, and it's obviously higher in the comb as well to allow you to look down on the rib, okay, which means a trap gun shoots slightly higher than your point of aim, okay, which means you're shooting your single board. What you actually have to do is shoot below the target to break the target. It means if you miss it with your first shot, your second shot acquisition, you can see instantaneously where you've missed your first target gives you a better acquisition for your second shot. Okay, the gun is generally heavier, fairly thick in the stock, heavy stock. Beaver tail forend gives you better, obviously more weight as well, gives you a better, firmer grip as well. Usually long barrels of the trap gun, 30, 32 inch. This is a 30 inch gun. 90% of trap guns are fixed stock, okay, or fixed choke, sorry. 3/4 and full choke. That's fairly tight choke for shooting clays going straight off you, edge on. You need a fairly tight choke. Tight pattern helps you break the clay. Okay, a brief description of a trap gun. Okay, we'll move on to a sporter now. This is a lovely Beretta 692 trap gun, sporting gun. The main difference between that and a trap gun, as we've discussed previously, is again the height of the stock. You can see nearly automatically that the height of the comb, if you're on a line along the rib, the height of the comb on a sporter is slightly lower. Okay, it allows you to get your head further down to look upon the barrels. You shoot more your point of aim for shooting sporting. Sporting essentially is simulated game shooting clay pigeons. Okay, means you can shoot driven clays, crossing clays, rabbits. It's simulated game is what it is. So you want to shoot to your point of aim. You don't have to be. It means you can shoot along your clay line. Okay, so it's a flatter stock, usually multi-choked. Okay, which gives you greater versatility whenever you're shooting clays for different targets. You can vary your chokes. You just change your chokes. Lovely extended chokes in the Beretta 692, and it's generally slightly lighter in weight. Okay, now it's not very light. Obviously, if you're shooting clays, you could be shooting a lot of cartridges in a day, so it can't be too light. Okay, so you want a slightly heavier gun to help absorb that recoil. So that's sporting. Okay, now we'll move on to game. This is a lovely Browning 425 Grade 5 game gun. Now the first thing you'll notice is beautifully engraved, beautiful timber work. Game guns generally, let's say, are nicer engraved because the fella who's out in the field shooting game always likes a nice bit of engraving with some lovely game scene on it. Okay. Now the main characteristic of a game gun is that it's very light. It has all really the stock dimension and characteristics the same as a sporting gun, because a sporting gun is simulated game, but a game gun is lighter. Now usually shorter barrels. This one here is 28 inch. It's fixed choke as well, which keeps slightly less metal work in the barrels, keeps the barrels lighter. But that's the main difference between a game and a sporting gun, is the weight. Obviously, stark contrast to your trap gun, which is the complete polar opposite. So that's a lovely game gun. That's the 3 guns discussed. I hope that gives you a slight better knowledge on the 3 main types of guns, and that hopefully answers your question. Many thanks.